South China Morning Post, 11th of November 2022, on Remembrance Day, we can think about the chance of a third world war against Communist China. On this Remembrance Day, we should not only remember the people who died in our wars but also the reason for them. The two world wars were mainly fought to protect freedom and, ironically, to keep the peace between countries. These two goals have not been met, which is unfortunate. Democracy is under a lot of pressure all over the world right now, and wars are still going on. Another global military clash is a natural and scary possibility. Urrbrae Agricultural High School in South Australia held an excellent performance last Remembrance Day to honour Lance Corporal Geoffrey Allanson and other old students who had died while attending the school. After being a prisoner of war in the dreaded Japanese Naoetsu camp for 26 years, Allanson died of beriberi and general weakness in 1943. His emails to his family back home show that he was sure the Allied cause was right. All of the young students who were there, as well as students their age around the world, could be used as targets in a future global war. On this Remembrance Day, all moral people around the world, including those in the Indo-Pacific region and beyond, should think about what kind of balance of power and influence they would accept between the West and China, Russia and the West, dictatorship and democracy, and how many young lives they would be willing to give up if diplomacy failed and a third world war broke out. When war is impossible, peace can happen. But the biggest threat is Communist China's plan to take over the US. Most people in the West don't see the connection between the current situation and NATO sending troops to Russia's border and US Navy boats being stationed in the Taiwan Strait, October 31st. They're too much like the doctors in a Vienna hospital in 1847, when one of their co-workers noticed that washing their hands led to a drop in deaths. They wouldn't believe it because they thought a gentleman's hands couldn't spread disease. When war is impossible, like between Japan and the US after the bombs of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, peace is possible. When more than one country makes nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles, like during the Cold War, war is impossible. Only China and Russia, close allies, have fully deployed hypersonic missiles. No other country poses a real threat to connectivity. The war in Ukraine is only local, but it has effects all over the world.